Ladies, gentlemen, and fish gnomes of all ages, welcome back to your favourite Conquest, the Last Argument of Kings podcast. This is episode 28, we think, of the podcast, and I think the end of our season 2 coverage. I'm going to do a plug at the start. If you enjoy our content that we haven't produced in the last 3 months, please consider using our promotion code on the Parabellum web store. We'll get you 10% off your order. And that code is JRO. It's very easy to remember. It's just our initial. But yeah, I'm your host, Aaron. And with me, as always, is this handsome gentleman, James.
Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Yanis told me in an email I am the prettiest Vanguard. So officially now, I have official Parabellum documentation.
What was it? The most pretty, the most beautiful, and the most reliable. Was it?
I'm the most beautiful and the most reliable. I've no idea who he's. I think he sent it to the wrong person. I'll take this. Is it?
I kind of read that email and just thought bullshit.
Hey, I'll have you know I'm very pretty.
This is when you forget to bring the stuff.
I'm going to tell. Regardless if I do or not, I'm going to tell Yanis I forgot it on Friday.
Oh.
I won't do that. He might actually die.
I was going to say, if you want to see a small, angry Greek man, that will probably do it. Yeah.
Oh, he's so little.
If you're listening to this, Yanis, we love you.
Yeah, we do. You won't listen.
No, hopefully not.
No. So anyway, how have you been over the last few months?
Yeah, not bad. Ticking along. Enjoyed the summer, although looking outside the window at the moment, I think that's ended.
It's super warm here still.
Is it?
Yeah.
We're getting like constant, like heavy showers at the moment, and it's still warm-ish, but it's not feeling like summer anymore. But then again, the school's almost going back, so it's normally around. Yeah, it's normally tradition, isn't it? Around the right time.
Yeah, you got to be miserable.
Yeah. How have you been?
Yeah, fine. As viewers of the videos might be able to tell, I've moved house. So I now live in a different place. I have not painted anything before you ask, which is shocking. I know.
I'll be honest. I haven't either.
But I have built this gentleman. Look at that. He's very. I know you can't see. James.
I can't see. I'm just gonna go. Oh wow, that looks amazing. Yeah.
What do you think, James, about this model?
I really like it. I really like it. Yeah. The modeling is amazing on it.
He's got a big weapon. Beefy weapon. He's got a cool haircut.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this guy. I'm gonna maybe think about painting him up at some point.
I think so too. Although the grey plastic of it kind of suits him.
I am just going to say, there's a lot of people on the internet that are going to feel really stupid if I turn up to a tournament with a fully painted army. You're all going to look really dumb, and I'm going to look great. And the best thing is, I've successfully set the bar so low. That it's going to be impressive regardless.
My favorite comment, I think, in the chats that we have was when you said, "What army should I take?" and Hal just replied with a painted one. Your reaction to it.
I felt unfairly attacked though when someone said, "Oh, just whatever you've got assembled," and I was like, "No, all of my stuff is assembled. I just haven't got anywhere to paint."
I mean, I know we were talking about extra points and stuff. Like, if you turn up with a painted army, I'll genuinely give you some extra points. No one else. Yeah, no one else, just you, because I know that it will never happen.
I will. I'm going to fully paint my army. It's going to be wonderful. It might not be fully based, but it'll be fully painted.
Is it fully painted then? If it's not based,
the problem is,
do we class this? Do we class this?
So we will, but I think we should probably start off with our first segment then. And I think we should maybe just talk about what are we excited to play at the moment at the end of season 2. So it might be worth actually. I don't know if listeners will know. Chaos, the big, I guess the headstone event for Conquest is happening at some point. I think it's in the next week. I don't remember the date.
next week or so. Tell you what,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask our representative when it's happening.
Thank you. A lot of people obviously are travelling over and sending the holiday pictures from Greece. But so that will kind of, I guess, mark the end of season 2, which will bring us tidily on to the next season of Conquest. And what we thought we'd do today is have a talk through what we've enjoyed in the last year, where we think that the game is, what we've enjoyed about the game, maybe what we don't like about maybe some of the changes in season 2, and then what are we excited to play. And I think maybe, well, in fact, actually, before we get to that, James, have you had any games you played?
Oh, I no. To be honest, it's been no. I have not had many games. I haven't done that much hobbying actually. It's been a relatively busy summer. The chance to like kind of sit down and just do a bit of painting hasn't really come across too much. I have been in a bit of a hobby slump, so that trying to get the motivation to do it has been a struggle over the last couple of months as well. But no, I think last Conquest game I played must have been probably a good couple of months or so, maybe. Yeah, well, good month and a half. Yeah,
I would probably been similar, except for, I guess I'm kind of the opposite. My summer is a bit more time for me. But you've got a game this week, do you say?
Got a game. Yeah, got a game on Friday with Dave. Putting together some LGT lists.
Nice.
So testing some ideas. Yeah, I know I need to get some games under the belt for that. I've got a couple of list ideas that have proved pretty good in the past, so I may stick with one of them. Maybe try something else. Yeah.
So again, David, testing lists. This sounds very, try hard and competitive.
I think more when we say like testing list, we wanted to have a game against each other for a little while. So this has proved a good opportunity, and he hasn't played that many recently either. So it's a chance. Yeah, it's a chance for him to kind of get some of the rust off. Same for me. Same for me as well. But yeah. So I think he's got the drone wall. I think he's going to be testing the big old drone wall. Mine is probably either going to be, like tribe wardrune, or probably a mixture of that and dinos.
Yeah, that's
still
cool.
Yeah, still kind of undecided yet. Yeah,
I'll just say, is obviously the voice of the casual narrative players. I don't really understand this concept of testing lists. I just play whatever's there.
Yeah, of course, mate. Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, I managed to go to a tournament. So I've played quite a bit of Conquest. I've actually also got a tournament on Sunday as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but
where's that one?
That one is in Preston, or it's not in Preston. It's near Preston. It's like a small new tournament, 1,500 points. So I'm really excited for that. I would do a bit more of a plug here, but I don't know if this episode is going to go out before the tournament happens. So we will see. But
Nice.
The one I went to before was in Derby, ran by the Vanguard there, Elliot. It's always a really great day. If you're in the UK and you're able to get to Derby, I'd really recommend it. It's a really fun day out. Some players came up from Cornwall, so I don't have much of an excuse to not to not travel there. But it was really good fun. I played 100 Kingdoms, a faction that everyone seems to think are bad. I went 3-0. It was a really fun event. Not just because I went 3-0.
I was going to say for you it probably was.
It was really.
How long did it? Tell the audience how long did it take you to table everyone?
So in all 3 of my games, I tabled my opponent, and I think there were 3.5 hour rounds. Sorry, 2.5. I think there were 2.5 hour rounds, and I think the least amount of time I had was 40 minutes left in the round. It might have been a bit more. So I'd kind of tabled all my opponents with 40 minutes left. Now, that sounds really bad, but 2 of my opponents were also Euroni players, so we shouldn't give them any sympathy at all in this. My first opponent was a Dwegon player, and so we can all feel bad for
fair play.
the Dwegon player.
In fact,
3 really fun games. Like it was really enjoyable. the event. Everyone, great. So I would highly recommend travelling down there or to any Conquest event. I'm still going to be pushing how great they are.
Yes.
London GT is in at the end of this month.
Yes, yeah. I was going to wait to push out a bit later, but we can talk about it. We can do that now.
We can do both.
We can do both. Yeah, push it now and later. Yeah.
Go ahead, James.
Cool. So yeah, LGT London Grad Tournament is the 27th and the 28th of September, and I'm double checking that. Yes, 28th and 27th and 28th of September. 2-day event up in London at the Lee Valley Athletics Centre. It's always great fun. It's always like the proper highlight of the year for in the UK. For anything Conquest. It's also just like a massive tournament in general. There's like I think there's like 1,000 players taking part over the whole venue. Yeah, like 900 like 940k players or something, and yeah, like it's absolutely massive.
Yeah, it's really great fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I think we've got probably I need to check the official list, but I think we've got probably around 30 players so far.
Yeah, I hope you hit 32. That'd be nice.
Yes, yeah. The aim is always to be just a little bit bigger than last year. I think last year we had 28.
Yeah, something like that.
We had about 30, didn't we, on paper, but it came to about 28 properly. Yeah. So yeah. But it's honestly great. It's open to like new players, experienced players. Again, we call it a tournament, but it's always so kind of laid back and lighthearted. Nobody takes it particularly seriously. Everyone's there just to basically play a bunch of games of a game they love and have a laugh with other people.
Yeah,
the food there is also exceptional.
Yeah, and really affordable.
They have outside. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for London prices, honestly, it's great. Yeah. I would go just for the food.
Yes. Yeah, same. Yeah. I think that's the reason David is going mostly.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
obviously not to see us.
Oh, no. He's just sick of us now. Honestly, if he and I play, particularly in round 1 at the tournament, it's just going to be like a tear, I think, going down his face.
We should, yeah. I mean, I'd hope we could have some protected. I don't know if you can do it in the Parabellum app yet. Protected matchmaking would be nice, so you don't end up playing the friend you drove down with.
I don't know. I kind of like that because then when you take the risk of the awkward car journey back. So yeah,
maybe you can do that round 2 or 3.
Oh yeah, true.
Not maybe round 1. So you know what? What are your hopes for LGT this year, Joe? Or should we do this later on? You want to do this now?
Yeah, we can. Well, yeah, let's do it now. We're talking about LGT. Let's do it now. Yeah.
So what are your hopes for this year?
My main hope is don't come last. I don't want to come last. I would like to get a podium finish. Like my main hope would maybe to win it again, but I'm also like managing expectations in that I haven't played in a while. The list that I'm going to take, or the Wardrun in general, they're kind of like middling at the moment, and there are going to be, I think, quite a few Sorcerer King and Euroni players. So I think I'm realistically maybe hoping for around like higher end of top 10 in some form. Yeah. Nice. Maybe fifth, sixth, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, if I can get any higher than that, if I can get a fish gnome, amazing. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. What about you? What's your?
I'm really hoping I get to play Josh from Josh and Roundinea, who I haven't played yet. I don't know how to describe the not 100 Kingdoms Josh. I've played 100 Kingdoms Josh. I want to play the other Josh.
See, I'm around the other. I'm around the other way. I want to, yeah. So, yeah, hopeful. Do you mean like hopeful in who you play as well?
Yeah, well, yeah, I really. And what I was going to say, I want to play him because I've still never played Josh 1 or Josh 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one he is in the order. But I think I said before we started recording, I really hope that we get a final round game of me versus you. That's what I would like. That would be great.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Finale, the finale to be me v you.
Yeah,
and that'd be great.
Just make it most epic. Top table.
Exactly.
Me v you. Final round. Yeah.
I'll get you back for that one game we've ever played, where you savaged me with Raptor Riders.
That was a lovely introduction.
And we've never played since, and that's not on purpose.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I think I'm also hoping. I would like to play Josh again. Like Nord Old Dominion Josh. To keep up the tradition. We played each other each time in each LGT so far. I'd like to keep the tradition of beating him. So
yeah, of course.
Josh versus me throwing the gauntlet down. Fully aware that I'm probably not going to do very well. And yeah, I would like to definitely play you as well.
Yeah.
Us have another game. Like if it could be final round, like for podium, that'd be awesome. I'm trying to, and I think they're the two main ones. I would like to have another game against Chris.
Because
I've
never played
we had. I still feel bad about the game we had previously. I don't think we played each other since. No, we haven't played each other since. I just felt so bad about the game we had where his reinforcement rolls just went against him so badly that it wasn't really like a fair game kind of thing. So I do want another. I would like to be able to play him again. Even though he's Uroni, so yeah, that's yeah. So I think we've all got our favourites.
Yeah, I mean, if Yanis could listen to this, what I really hope is that I don't get the pair down again.
Yeah.
I'd like to protect my strength of schedule, please. In one tournament ever, it would be lovely.
Yes. Did you get? But the pet. Did you win Derby?
I did.
Sorry, you did win.
No. Well, no. So I came second. So Chris won. So the final round, if there were 4 rounds, it would have been me against Chris. It would have been wonderful.
Right.
I still never played him.
Yes.
And I don't think that is because I got the pair down. There are a number of reasons. It's not so bad, I think, on a 3-round event because it's understandable, isn't it? You know, someone's going to have to do it, and you're not going to get through all the rounds. I think when it's a really big event, it's like once would be, I was saying to Matt the other day, I think it's every event. I've got like a cursed matchmaking. I think it's been like 4 or 5 events in a row. I was like, come on.
No, I think the pair down. I think that's what got me paired. Well, I mean that's the reason I that's because it's a strength of schedule. It's all about the strength of schedule, isn't it? The pairing down thing and whatnot.
So it affects it affects your strength of schedule.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, how it's actually determined, completely random within the app.
Right. Okay.
Unless I'm in the event, and then it just selects me.
Fair. Yeah.
It's a really tough one, and that's actually maybe something we could. We'll start off on a negative, I guess. But we could maybe talk about things for this last season that maybe we would like to change.
Yes.
And this is actually a really difficult one because I don't hate strength of schedule. Or I don't like strength of schedule. I just like it more than the alternatives. I think it's a really tough one to work through. So at the moment, if people don't know, the way that kind of your positioning works, unless you win all of your games, the ultimate winner, you get placed based on your strength of schedule, which is how well your opponents have done. So it's kind of like a measure of how good your opponents were over the tournament.
Yeah.
And it's really tough. I mean, I can understand the other side people have, the side against strength of schedule, is that you can't control who you're playing against. And that's very true. Like, you can't control who your opponents are, especially round. But as the alternative, I think, is victory points, total victory points you've scored, which kind of works the opposite way. in that you're being rewarded. I don't mean to offend anyone with my description here, but you're rewarded for playing against weaker players. Because if you play against some like brand new kid who's got his first 2,000 point army who's never played, you're being incentivized basically to stomp this kid, and you're going to score like 130 victory points. And yet, if I was to play you, for instance, I might win that game. I lose the game, but I might win that game. But I might only score 20 victory points, even though we've had a more competitive kind of close game. And I think that's the difficulty of which way round you want to go with this. I think.
Yeah,
I was going to say the other problem we have at the moment is just how the scenarios kind of play out. There's such a huge variation in how many points you can score that I think victory points is difficult. So what I would like to see in season 3, as I think we've discussed before, is the scenario pack being updated. I would like a new scenario pack for. I say competitive play. I think most people play them just whenever, don't they? Like, I'd like a new scenario pack.
Yeah, I think there's. Yeah, I mean, First of all, I'm kind of in two minds about strength of schedule as well. I think it's got some. Yeah, I think it's got some advantages. It's not my favorite. But I can see why it would be used, particularly in maybe like larger events. The scenarios. I have nothing against the scenarios. They've been in use now for a good couple of years or so. I think it'd be good just to have some fresh takes, some fresh ones to fight over. Yeah. I know they are being changed, or like the existing ones are being like changed and modified. But yeah, keeping them, but just adding to them. I kind of would like. I know they're not balanced or anything either, but there is part of me that would like to incorporate the faction mission cards as well.
I don't disagree.
I know it'd be very difficult in a tournament, in a more competitive environment, because they're not like, I don't know, balanced or whatever. But I would like to see them used.
I don't disagree. I'll be honest. I wouldn't necessarily in a tournament want the current ones to be used, but I absolutely think that if they're redoing scenarios, there is scope, including. Have you ever played Age of Sigmar?
Yes.
Right. Did you ever play the General's Handbook? I think it's whatever it is. So every year, or every so many.
Yes. Yeah. You used to play the General's Handbook. And they
yes,
had.
that's it, yeah.
What was? Yeah. It was. Yes. Because they were like secondary objectives, weren't there? In that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so you could each. Sorry, that's the first time I've ever recorded. My phone has gone off. we would. So yeah, basically, you could have a set of secondary objectives. They could be faction specific. They could kind of universal. I don't really mind how they do it, but there are ways to have kind of secondary objectives that you can score across the across different scenarios. I'd really like that. Yeah. I also think I've been playing some War Machine recently, and I'm by no means an expert. I've only just started playing, but they have flags, but the flags are placed in terrain, and then the terrain becomes an objective, and it would have all of the different rules for terrain on it. And I think you could absolutely do something like that with the objectives that we have. So you could put the objective in a forest, and then that forest becomes an objective. And I think that way maybe it makes terrain a bit more feasible. I think that there are. I'm not thinking about Garrison. That ship's gone. I'm sorry. It's too difficult. There are too many rules judge questions that come up. But yeah, I think that I agree. I think there's a lot of scope changing the scenarios, and I don't think the current ones are terrible. But like you said, we've had them for 2-3 years now. 3 years. They came out just after the first LGT, I think. just after, because we didn't play them in the first one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I remember. Yeah, we played like a preview of them, didn't we?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just think we could maybe change them up just a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that seasonal play is really difficult for people, so I'm not saying that we have like a seasonal Age of Sigma, because that's one thing that did put me off Age of Sigma. Is I think they change like every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
It's
too much to keep up with.
But they could have a system where every year the pack changed a little bit, so you could maybe change these secondary objectives, because that I don't think that's too much for people to keep up with. I think there are definitely ways to look at that, and I think that'd be really exciting, because then I guess like we're talking about here, we've gone from season 2, we're going into season 3, and there's not really a huge change yet.
Not yet, no. Okay, I mean the main changes are obviously like what comes out after the Chaos update, changes to the armies, that kind of stuff. But the objectives are, the scenarios are in a way just as just as impactful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, I mean there's some of them which doesn't. But there's a couple of them which you kind of struggle to feel like they've kept up with how the armies have changed.
Yeah.
In terms of like speed of play or speed of armies, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would like to see some changes to the scenarios. I'd like to see them added ones. Yeah.
Also, get rid of Forlorn Hope. No, not Forlorn Hope. Get rid of Foresight.
Foresight. Yeah. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see some scenarios which is like more, not gimmicky, but more like eventful.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like you got to search for the objective, or you got to like. I mean, if Mike is listening to this, he's probably going to be like throwing his fist into the air, going yes at the moment. But have you ever played Moonstone?
Oh, I love Moonstone.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the thing about having to dig the objectives out the ground, depending on like what you rolled and stuff. Yeah, I'd like something like that. Like not just you get on the objective zone and now you're already scoring it, but you've got to do something.
Yeah, I think you could make things
King of a Hill, tug of war kind of stuff. Yeah,
yeah. I think you could make the scenarios more dynamic.
Yes.
I think the reason that so many people dislike Foresight is that firstly it's like a game outside of the game where you've got to record your guess somewhere, and you've got to, and like I never want to assume my opponent is cheating, and I don't think opponents do. But you're also having to trust your opponent is being honest when they write down their thing. You've got to remember to do it.
Yeah.
And by guessing guessing isn't part of Conquest. You don't need to guess where the zones are. And just if you guess worse than your opponent, you
start losing. Yeah.
You just start losing. And I think that's not particularly fun. But I think, like you're saying, tug of war, King and Hill, if you go into a scenario and you get more points if you move this objective towards your side of the board, then you're like, okay, fantastic. That's the scenario, and I think that'd be really fun. You could try and push it.
Yeah. Or even like one of the ones that we played in a tournament a few years ago now. I think it was like one of Dave's first ones was the rabbit scenario.
Yeah.
Where the tokens were basically like little rabbits running around the battlefield, and you rolled I think it was a d6, or it was either like a d6 or a d10, as well as like one of the directional dice with the arrows pointing on it, and you did that at the beginning of each round for each token, and whatever you rolled would be how far they go in that direction. So some games they might be like running towards you. They might all be running towards you. In other rounds they might all be running away from you, or they're just going completely random, and you've just got to keep adapting and readjusting. Yeah. Generally from a tactical perspective, I think that scenario was absolutely amazing because it kept you on your feet.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's something definitely that could be looked at. I think in events, especially now Parabellum producing their own objective zones. because they're actually really easy to use. And I think so. If you have something where objective zones move, it's actually pretty straightforward to do now. You're not faffing about with big. Some people will still be, but you're not necessarily having to faff around with like a cake tray or something.
No. Or even if you don't have the objective zones, but if you like have things moved and you just use the objective markers instead.
Yeah.
That would be more easy to move around, because I can imagine like if you're trying to move around objective zones, if you're trying to lay them out in like different terrain bits or whatnot, but the objective markers is just like moving a normal stand.
Yeah. There you go. So
right. These ideas for you. Yeah. These are new ideas we need to propose to Leo.
That's it. Please make sure you check just some variety, and there's a lot you could do, I think.
Oh yeah.
And I think so. My next one, I'm going to do 2 in a row, because I thought about it when you mentioned we talked about this before, and I'm going to bring it up now. I think they need to change reinforcement.
We were discussing about this.
Yeah, this is my really lukewarm take, because I think most people agree with James. The most unfun thing, the biggest negative play experience I find in Conquest is when your opponent makes all of their reinforcement, you don't make any. And so on turn 2, your opponent, who's not playing any heavies, is bad for whatever reason, but they're not playing any heavies. Their entire army arrives on turn 2, and you don't have anything. You've got 1 light dude and 1 medium dude, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you just kind of lose those games because your opponent is able, because it's a scenario-based game, your opponent is able to take so much of the field and outscore you, and you haven't got stuff on to fight them. I think that's really unfun. And I think, I'm not saying we get rid of the reinforcement rolls or reinforcements. I think the conversation me and James having, I don't want to, in fact, James, you explain, why do you think reinforcement rolls are good? I've put you on this pedestal now. This is your position, right?
Yeah, I like them because to me they're one of the defining things about Conquest. Some of the defining things is, number 1, everything starts off the board. Number 2, you roll to determine what's coming on. I like it from a immersive perspective. You've got this strategy, but now you're also relying on those orders getting down to the officers, getting down to the troops, and basically hoping that people are where they're supposed to be at the right time. And if that's not the case, then like a lot of like ancient medieval battles, that can normally dictate how it's going to go. So I like it from that point of view, that you can have this great strategy, you know what you're going to do, but you got to relay that down to the normal guys, and whether it works or not. So I like that randomness. I like that having to adapt to it, and if you've got this strategy and things aren't appearing on the turn you want, you got to adapt. To me, that's what makes a good that is what makes a good war game. That's what makes a good strategist or tactician. I've had games where my Raptors have not come in until turn 3, and I've needed them to come in on turn 1. You've just got to adapt your strategy and think, okay, I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to do with them. I've got to rethink this.
Mm-hmm. So the problem is, James, that's not fun.
It is to. Again, this is very subjective, and I fully accept that. But that is fun to me. That's the point of a war game.
Well,
this is all going to hell. What can I do about it?
I'm not going anti-reinforcement to be clear. Right? I just think that we temper it a little bit. So rather than like you're saying, oh, my Raptors didn't come in turn 3. I know, and I am dealing with like the extremes of this, the possibilities. But rather than like, one of my units of raiders hasn't come, it's, crap, I have 1 unit of raiders and my opponent has rolled 8 reinforcement rolls that has 8 unit of goals. I don't know what was happening in Poland during this time. I don't know if you ever saw that list. There was a list that some guys playing with 7 units, which apparently did very well. But
okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I have no idea what's happening.
It's Sorcerer Kings at the moment, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. But that's it. So it's like, your opponent rolls all their reinforcement rolls. You roll 0. And that's not like, there's not many ways you can strategize out of it because it's such a huge advantage.
It is, and I am very sympathetic, and I'm very sympathetic to that, and I know that's happened in some of my games. Like I remember a game that I played against someone down at Sluggers, and yeah, like hardly anything came on. He had like one unit come on out
Yeah,
of over 3 turns. Um,
absolutely. Yeah,
and it meant that I was dominating the board, but actually, it's kind of it's almost like a kind of two-pronged thing, because at the same time, if nothing's coming on and your opponent is putting on a lot on the board before you, it does give you the chance to be able to place things as you want them.
that's
And
true.
and that's what he did. He basically said, "Well, I'm gonna put everything on in one corner," and he came on in a great big storm, kind of turn 4, turn 5, and he was pushing me back like nothing. And what could have been like a very one-sided game to me turned out to be very, very close,
So I
because
think,
he did really well in putting things putting things that he knew was going to react very well to where my stuff was.
and I think that's it. So I think that's a really good part of the reinforcement system.
Yeah.
I just think it is maybe a little bit too random at the moment. And what I would do,
Yeah.
I would change the reinforcement rolls on all turns. So 1, 2, 2, 3 would be a 3 or less.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually making lights less likely to come in. I think that's a slightly different problem. As someone who played 21 stands of Raiders in an event, like we don't necessarily need lights to come in on a 4. So I would have all of them come in on a 3, and then they automatically arrive the following turn. I'm going to assume all of the generals in Conquest are moderately competent, right? And you don't just have some, you don't have some legionaries doddering about, not knowing what's going on for, half a day.
Well, I mean, you kind of say that, but then the early legionaries are like dead and kind of zombie-like anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, but the priests, they know what's going on. They've got this.
Oh yeah, but they can't be everywhere. Like that's my point. It's like you're the general, you're the mastermind, you're the Alexander the Great. You've got to get that down to your Diadoikoi. You've got to get that down to your generals, and it's based on their competence of whether they're going to like be able to help you or not.
And which so there's still some of that. It's just less extreme than it currently is.
Yeah. No, and I can kind of get behind that. When you say that they come on automatically the next turn, are we still keeping like lights round 1, heavies round 2?
Yes,
medium round 2, heavies round 3.
Yeah, so lights would come on round 1, and then automatically you'd roll for lights round 1, auto on turn 2. Mediums you'd roll for turn 2, auto on turn 3. Now, and
so we're basically just cutting down their auto by a turn.
Yeah, basically, and making them slightly more likely to turn 2.
Yeah,
and like one thing, I want to see more heavies on the table. Like
that would certainly help heavies. Yeah,
yeah. I want to see more. Like to see more. Not Talos because they have flank.
Yeah, and in fairness, I will say at the moment that the pace of the game and the speed of the armies at the moment, the reinforcement system does, like heavies do suffer in the reinforcement system because everything is so quick at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing the aforementioned Nords list with like the 5 units of Raiders, I mean, I got absolutely stomped by Woodroon. Slingers were. This is before the update. Ridiculous,
right?
But I think in one of my games, I was playing. We basically had this in reverse. Like I got all of my reinforcement rolls.
Yeah.
They failed all their reinforcement rolls, and by the end of like turn 2, I was on like every objective. And then I just pushed forwards and was in front of the objectives. So he wasn't able to even, look at an objective until turn 5 or 6 when he managed to kill some raiders. And I think that's, I mean, like you're saying, like that is a strategy that I was going for. That's how it was, because like his marksman clones didn't come on until turn 4.
Yeah.
And then my stuff was so far up the board, it was like I could just charge. So that was because the third thing. Sorry, James, I'm stealing all of them.
That's all right.
the third thing was I just think about the advantage to having more cards is so huge. Though I have literally no solution.
Yeah.
I think that's something.
Yeah, it's the advantage of more cards. It's kind of a shame because Conquest looks absolutely awesome when you've got big chunky regiments marching across the board. Like I still remember some of my favorite moments as when like you just got the big blocks of household guard going up against a massive drone wall or something. Like those are the real moments. And it's kind of losing that, and particularly you don't normally see that particularly now with Wardrune that much.
No.
Like because of a monster mash kind of thing. But it is kind of a shame. Because that's where Conquest looks absolutely epic. But like I said, it's tricky because there is such an advantage in having as many having as many cards as possible. We can't we can't say anything about it. We can't say too much about some of the works that may be coming out as part of a kiosk update. Maybe just wait to see what's coming in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm. One suggestion I've heard, but it's not a playtest, not like anything, but one suggestion I've seen is basically you up the cost of the initial 3 stands more or less across the board.
Yeah.
Or sorry, as in for units that you think should be, because I do think there are some units that you do, should be like a small skirmishy, but you kind of up the cost because you're basically having like an added cost of a command card.
Yeah.
And so, if drones, for example, it might be 150 points for a minimum unit of 3 drones, but you could have 20 points a stand.
Yeah.
That might be, that's probably a completely unbalanced, terrible example.
No. I mean, one of the ideas I've been thinking about is maybe like you can have so say like let's say with like drones, they're how much of it? Let's say like 100 points, and let's say they're 20 points a stand. So if you wanted 3 extra stands, it would be 60 points. But if you actually bought a block of extra 3 in like 3 in a block, then it goes down by like 10 or 20 points.
Yeah,
so there's more incentive of you could have like maybe 4 or 5 stands, but if you decide to go like another block of 3 to add it on, then you get there's a big discount.
Yeah, I think lots of things like that would work.
Yeah.
But that's something, like you said, the game looks amazing. Like city states, I want to see big blocks of hoplites.
Yeah, absolutely. Hoplites, phalangites, anything like that.
Yeah. Big units of drones. I want to see these kind of big units. So I just like this to be a bit of a. I don't know what necessarily it would be, but I like your idea. I think maybe working with the points. Pass tokens is something else I've heard people mention. So if your opponent has more cards than you can like basically strat stack. Not strat stack. Sorry, because that would involve you putting it out of the board. You can basically pass so many activations.
I think that's kind of I think that works early game. You're not really gaining any advantage mid game though, where you need your stuff to go first.
But I guess you can choose. So you can pick that. So what I found myself doing is I will, mid game, you have, like you're saying, you've got these really big activations you want to go first.
Yeah.
Like I want to charge into my opponent's stupid Tengu birds with my Seal Temple. So that I want that to happen first. But then in the middle, because when I was playing 100 Kingdoms, I had, I think, 12 or 13 activations. I was just stacking all of my characters because I was like, well, these are my 3 activations that are really. And then I'm just going to basically pad my activations out with these things I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to have 5 activations at the end over you, where I can just put all my ranged units and I can just shoot you with, my sorcerer, my all my mercenary crossbowmen at the end, and your opponent can't do that. So I can just march forward some light units and, unleash some bolts on them.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Killing a big spider lady is very enjoyable.
Yes.
But I just think that there's just some benefit, I think, to being able to control when your units are going that you get with the, I guess, the increased stack. So
I think so.
I'd be interested in testing it.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, and we have got the opportunity of feeding. Like there is now an opportunity of feeding stuff back to Leo with new ideas and everything. As like the new season is starting and everything. So yeah, there is a good option. So I have got a few ideas I do want to send. I do want to send to him. Yeah. I mean, the big advantage was when when it affected the reinforcement roll. If you had fewer cards than your opponent, you got that +1.
Yeah,
I hope we got back to that.
I do not know a single person who doesn't hope we go back to that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. So leave your comments down below.
Yeah.
You can tell me why you love current reinforcement, why you're wrong, and James will reply to your message and say how great you are.
Yes. Yeah. And please do, like, if you have genuine, like, kind of constructive criticism, ideas, suggestions, like let us know, because this is kind of like a period of team expansion for Parabellum, but also like it's a good opportunity for us now to get like new ideas out there, and get them proposed to Leo and everything. Yeah, get them like proposed centrally. Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, we were talking about the potential of like suggesting just a new edition.
Yeah, well, I think so too.
Yeah.
Let's go 3rd edition. We're ready for 3rd edition.
We are. Yeah.
Maybe at the end of this season, like end of season 3, go for new season. Go for new edition.
Gives us plenty of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a year to look at everything. Look at everything again. Review how it works. And nothing's off the cards. Yeah.
I really hope Leo's listened to this and he's like, "Oh shit, did I accidentally send an email?" And then we're like, "Oh, we look like geniuses." That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So this is not an excuse for you to make, David, multiple new YouTube profiles and write "You're only a dumb" in the comments.
No,
now we can be positive, James. We can have a nice positive section. What have you enjoyed about this last season, season 2? What are your highlights?
Highlights of season 2, probably still the biggest highlight is winning the LGT.
Yeah.
And that was like the first tournament I think that we had for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely the highlight. Hosting UKGE is always a joy, and I'm not just saying that, it always is. Everyone who turns up, like you like everyone who turned up, please give yourself a pat on the back because you make it so easy. And yeah, I think again just the overall fun and support there is in the community. I know these all might sound a bit cliche, but like generally, it's a really just, again, the Conquest chats we're in, the laughs that we have, and everything else. That is a huge part of it to me. Is the general like community and looking at stuff over the course of the season. There's been a few updates over the season as well. More of the faction updates have been coming out. The Wadroon one, I think, was probably still my favourite. It was definitely needed after LGT, or after that season, and I'm still like kind of just happy to admit that I may have just won because of like slinger bullshit, fanatic stinger bullshittery. But yeah, it is main highlight. Yeah, LGT. But the whole season itself has been good. I wish that I could have made more events than I did, particularly because I was like 3rd or 4th on the rankings, and that was only like attending 2 tournaments, and it was like, God damn it! If I maybe attended like 1 or 2 more, I could have got maybe that first spot. Yeah,
that's it. Yes. Do you think this year you want to try and get to PR?
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to certainly try. I think I'll see how. I'll probably see how like the year pans out and everything, but I would definitely like to try. The events themselves are like really fun. I definitely want to make some more down in Cornwall because I really enjoyed that, and Matt down there like runs an excellent club, and everyone down there is absolute top. Hoping start off well with LGT and hopefully kind of build up from there. Build on with some, yeah.
I'll give you my answer as to after LGT. If I do well, if I do well at LGT, then obviously I want to try and get a.
Obviously, yeah.
If I don't do well though, I never want.
You're never interested. Nah.
I've started off. I think I've started off fairly well with my one event I've been to. I'll just pull up my stats. Another one. I really hope that they update either the web profile and the app a little bit. But I just wish I didn't have to go onto my phone to check where I was. I am currently 14th. Sorry, 4th. I'm currently 4th in the UK.
Nice.
With one event. So obviously Chris is first.
Yeah. He's a people's champ.
Yeah. Right. I don't know who number 2 is. I'm really sorry. I assume this is someone
What's her name on it?
It's Rosabelle?
I'm not sure on that one. I'm having a look.
Third, I feel dreadful because I know I've met this person multiple times. Is it Craig?
I think CM91.
CM91.
I think it's Craig. Yeah.
Right. I always see the username, and I never actually I can never put a name to the username.
It's either hold on. It's either. I'm pretty sure it's Craig. It may be Callum, but I think Callum's got a different name.
Well, whoever it is, I'm coming for third spot.
Callum Rowden is. Yeah, I think that's Craig.
Right, Craig, I'm coming for you. Yeah. I hope me and Craig fight that at LGT.
I'm trying to think who Rosabelle. Yeah, trying to think who Rosabelle is.
Well, you're in second place, so that's
so well done. Yeah, well done so far. Nexus Legion, number 1.
Yeah, obviously.
Good egg, yeah. It's good because it's actually like quite a few names here that don't stand out. So it means that we've got new people like getting involved and everything. So awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're really excited for that. And I'm really looking forward to for that. See, I've already got another event in November to go to in Derby. So that's I will already have attended more events this season than I have last season.
Yeah.
Having a baby does make it difficult to play war games.
No, that's fair. When's the one in November?
It is in Derby, and I think it is the 22nd of November.
Ooh.
Or it could be a different date, but it's like the end of November.
It's on this date. It's on this date in November, or it could be different.
At some point, ask Elliot, right?
I might look at maybe trying to get up for that one as well.
You should. It's
take a tour.
I know I said before.
Yeah.
So what are you excited to play? I guess this year, going into London, what are you excited to play in season 2? Sorry, season 3.
In season 3, like what am I excited to play as? Playing against.
Could be either. Like what do you, I guess what are you looking to play?
I'm still looking to play Wadroon as my main faction. The Orcs on Dinosaurs just have a special place in my heart. I have got Uroni that I'm still trying to put together as a force for. I am kind of tempted to try and push them for LGT, because there's part of me that would be like, it might be fun to do something different, but at the same time, Wadroon are still my babies. And also I don't want to be accused of just like meta chasing. I know I won't hear the end of it from Dave.
You are the Wadroon guy.
I won't hear the end of it from Dave if I take anything. If I take like Uroni or anything else. Yeah, so I'm still like most excited to play Wadroon. There is some stuff still for them that I want to buy. I want to buy some Chosen of War. So there are like still some units that I can get that are still like new for me. I would like to do more with Uroni over the coming months as well. So they may be like another like tournament-esque list that I take to maybe some new events. I may look at Weavers. I'm not sure. I'm
I
still
think we
kind of
should.
undecided. I'm still undecided on them properly yet. The dragon looks awesome. Like if I get into them, it will be simply because of that dragon.
I mean,
Um,
if the people listening would like that, they should use our affiliate link so
yes,
James can buy some Madroon.
yes, yeah, or
Give
some
us.
weavers, yeah.
Oh, that's what I meant.
More.
Sorry. No, he doesn't. He doesn't need more Madroon.
No, God,
Right?
no. I've got to. Although saying that new Apex model, yes,
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
that's on the list.
I,
Yeah,
I appreciate I'm doing the thing where we jump all over the place. But here's a question. Here's a question, James.
it's two guys with ADHD.
What model do you think the winner of Kiosk should pick to get an artisan version of this year?
Oh,
Which model do you think needs a glow up, as the kids would say?
a drone.
A drone.
Yeah.
You want an artisan drone? Oh,
I would just love to see that. Yeah, the design. I'd just love to see the face of a designer who gets told, "Okay, right, we've got the winner. He's given us a suggestion. Yep, all right, go for it. Like I've just done the Apex. Like I've just done the brand new founded Apex. Give it to me. Right, a drone. What the hell?
yeah.
Yeah. No.
James basically wants to spend £25 on a drone. That's £100 a stand.
Honestly, that made literally. If ever I win Kiosk, that will be my suggestion. A founders exclusive fish gnome. That's a good question. I mean, it kind of makes you want to go towards one of the big monsters.
Well, I think they've made it so you can't pick a monster anymore.
Could all of them? I don't know how they would do it. I don't know what the cost of it would be, but I would almost say like a founders Tontor.
I mean, that would be sick.
And you can make it like full on like Lord of the Rings Mumikil, so you've got like chains across the tusks. You've got more people on it. Yeah,
that would be sick.
But like I said, that's probably like it. If Stavros ever heard that, he'll probably just like have a heart attack.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
And laugh. Yeah. So if you can't do it with monsters anymore, then or if they made it, which I guess makes sense because God knows how much that Apex was to make and design. I would say like it's difficult because you can't really do a because it's meant to be like one model. It's difficult to make it into an actual like brute kind of stuff, isn't it? Like brutal infantry if it's just meant to be like one model. So I'd say probably a character. I would quite like to see I'd actually quite like to see like a founders exclusive chieftain personally, or a founders or like a founders priory commander.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd either say like a chieftain or a priory commander.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I would go for a chapter mage. That's what I would go for. I would absolutely get a new sculpt of the chapter mage.
Yeah, so I do like the chapter. I think as a model, it still holds up, considering it was like one of the early ones. It still properly holds up like the Imperial officer does.
So we were talking about it in Derby. The very busty chapter mage lady, and someone was like, "Oh, what would you?" So let's just change over to this. They were like, "Oh, what would you do? You know, how would you change it? Would you make her less busty?" And I don't know. I mean, I'd be on board for either super cool, like, you know, mage looking lady, fine. But I was like, also, if they want to do like a really ridiculous pin up of the chapter mage, I'd be like, hey, that's fine too. You know, you can work this out. I think you could lead into that as well. Either way. So
share the boob job.
Exactly, one way or the other. That's like
yeah. I kind of started just picturing that now for like a matriarch, like a founders exclusive matriarch queen, and what the hell would they do with that?
They would make a ton of money if they did, pin up matriarch queen.
Yeah, true.
And I'm equal opportunity on this. I'm more than happy to have a pin-up blooded, a pin-up you have a pin-up chieftain. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
Conquest calendar.
I was just about to say Conquest calendar. Yes.
I'd obviously buy one.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I think we've solved all the problems.
Oh yeah, that's a merchandise done.
We'd make so much money.
Oh god, yeah.
A pin-up, whatever this guy's called. Pin-up Cammy. I want a pin-up Cammy. See, we've got so many ideas. They should hire me. I'm available for hiring Parabellum. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's it. No, so yeah, that was what were we talking about? Oh, Chaos, yeah, that was it with the founders, yeah. What were we talking about before that?
I have no idea. Probably something really deep and
we were talking about what we'd enjoy. Oh, what we were looking forward to. That was it.
Yes,
what we were looking forward to. Yes. So yeah, mine are mostly playing more games with Wardrune. Trying to build on Euroni, maybe Weavers. I am so like the next faction that I'm so keen to come out based on the lore in the companion is the Hun.
Oh yeah.
I because I've got like the like tournament model thing, like the Guan Yu looking guy.
Oh yeah.
And just based on him and based on the lore and stuff, as soon as they come out, I'm all in, because they're also going to have like the horse archers and stuff, and it's like that will be a new favorite faction, I think.
That'd be
equaling Wardrune, yeah. Like yes, I'll be all in for that, yeah. What about you though? What do you same question. What are you looking forward to? What kind of things are you looking to play against, or genuinely see?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of faction, I was surprised at how much I enjoyed playing 100 Kingdoms the other week. So I like them. I think they're a good army. And I really only took them to make the point that 100 Kingdoms were pretty good still. There was a lot of chat going on the internet that I think is Vanguard. People thinking... In fact, actually, I was having a chat with Elliot, one of the Vanguards who was running the event beforehand.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, I think 100 Kingdoms are really good. In fact. So we were talking before the event, round one. I was like, oh, yeah, playing 100 Kingdoms. I thought I was the only 100 Kingdoms player until after round one I was walking down the tables. And there was another guy there playing 100 Kingdoms, stood next to Elliot. And I was like, you must think I'm a massive dick. I'm the best at this. That wasn't it. Genuinely, I thought I was the only 100 player. But I was talking to him beforehand, and he was saying, I was like, I think 100 Kingdoms are really good. I think they're really strong. And he was like, oh, did you see people on the Discord saying they thought they were like in the top 3? And I was like, yeah, I think they are too. I think they're really strong. So I did kind of take them to make a point at how good 100 Kingdoms. And they're really, really strong. I don't think I've played Conquest in a long time. Man, everything's just working. They do well. Yeah, the 100 Kingdoms are really strong at the moment. And that was really enjoyable to play.
Yes. Yeah, good.
Things are just working. Though I am also really excited to try out some Euroni.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping to have my Euroni. I'm waiting on just a couple. Nightmare. But if I was to have them, I might play those at LGT just because I kind of a spin.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of on the fence. It could be 100 Kingdoms. It could be Euroni, which I've really enjoyed as well.
Yeah.
I love the models, and I think just now when I've moved house and I'm like do the garage and get everything sorted. The idea of Euroni being brute and just taking up less space and being easier to transport really appeals.
Yeah, I mean that is a big advantage for them. I will accept that. Yeah,
and I think they're just really fun. We might have talked about this when they came out, but One of my favourite video games growing up was Guild Wars Factions, which was an MMO. It was kind of set in a team, setting, and it was incredible. I loved it. I loved the Tengu. I love all that kind of stuff. So just like thematically, it really fits with one of my favourite games.
Yeah.
I know that Reese, who's one of the game developers, I know that Reese played a lot of Guild Wars 2. So I'm very much like, okay, Reese, we'll have a chat. You can, I've got some more ideas on things I like.
Nice.
But yeah, I think it's a really cool aesthetic. It's
yes,
me to play.
It's really different as well. Like you don't see much coming out of Japanese mythology on the wall on the table.
Exactly. Yeah, I've liked that because as well. I remember saying at the time, I always thought the same about States. You don't see an awful lot of Greek mythology coming out in kind of tabletop wargaming, outside of historical games.
Yeah.
And I always thought the same. Even card games, even things like they had a Theros set, which was amazing, and I really enjoyed that as well. So yeah, I've really enjoyed those two. I wish I had more of a desire to play city-states. They just don't speak to me much at the moment, and I think part of it is probably like they don't play with like the big blocks of dudes. They, much like all the other factions, are playing like quite small kind of skirmishy lists. Yeah, that's not how I want to play them. I want to play like the
blocky
history man. The three, the really 300.
Yeah.
What were the gates called? Is it the
hot gates?
The hot. I knew I was going to say that.
The Mopuli, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. Anyway, the hot gates. That's what I want to play. I want to play a big block of dudes, taking charges and killing stuff. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm really excited as well. I was listening to an Old World video the other day for Warhammer, but they were talking about there's a lot more. In fact, actually, they might be talking about Age of Sigmar. There are a lot more smaller events that are happening, so more people are playing, but not in like really large events, in like small events. And I'm really excited because it looks like that's the way that would, at least around me, for Conquest as well.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to be playing in like these, like 12, 16 events. Obviously, it's nice to get Worlds points, but it's just nice, I think, to go to play in a lot of smaller events. I know we mentioned before, if I want to make a pass at Worlds this year, I kind of want them all to be at least 12. But yeah, I think it'll be really exciting to do that. And maybe one day I'll get to play Chris at this game.
Yeah. No, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. I mean, you never know. You might play him in a few weeks at London.
Maybe, but I haven't yet.
Maybe I don't know how it's help. I don't know how it's working. I don't know if I'm helping Yanis again with like recording and stuff. But maybe we can try and make it work.
I think I mean that'd be really nice to see. I mean, I really enjoy. And you know what else is really nice that I think this might be a bit of a UK based in conversation about certain things, but I think it's really nice that we can name people who routinely show up at events, routinely interact with the community, and it's growing kind of all the time. Yeah. And so there's now quite a large core of UK based Conquest players spread around the country who will travel a long way for events, who will engage on Discord or on the internet, and who are really supporting the game. And I think now, no matter where you are in the country, to start, if you want to start hosting Conquest events, you should absolutely just start, because people will travel.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, really,
probably
really good.
Yeah, probably regardless of whether they're world events or not.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter if there is a Conquest event happening. People will travel to go and play. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like it's just a chance to go and play 3 rounds of a really good game that you enjoy with like-minded people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I guess I was going to ask you then a question about Weavers. We should probably avoid Weavers for the time being.
What were you gonna?
Well, I was gonna ask you. to make some predictions on how you think Weavers might kind of turn out and Weavers might play, but I do think we should avoid that.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it's
Sorry,
been
internet. That's a
it's been the rules preview,
yeah.
which I haven't looked at yet.
Oh, you know what? That's a really good point. I forgot that existed.
Should we have a look at it quick?
Yeah, where is it?
It's on the hold on. It's on the main Discord. The main Conquest Discord.
Oh, Weavers Court rules teams. Thank you, Parabellum.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring it up as well.
There we go. I found it on mine. If you scroll down on the main page.
Yes, got it. While we're talking about this, actually, like, because I just saw something that reminded me. 18th of September is the happy hour. I'm going to plug this now while I remember it. So this is where the rules for Weavers is going to be released. You're also going to see the probably the Kios update and the Dwegum update as well. The longer awaited Dwegum update. So yeah, I think there will be some models shown off, but it doesn't sound like there's going to be an actual catalogue yet. Maybe, well, there may be, but it might be a bit more. It may not be as much in it as possible because they're moving away from just revealing stuff as grey plastic.
Yeah,
because apparently people are saying they just want to only see painted stuff, which personally I don't care. I want to see what's coming out.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't care.
Whether it's painted or plastic, I do not give it. Yeah, I don't give a damn. I want to see the cool stuff.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So, yeah. If you're one of those people,
stop it.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, like, if you're one of those people, please stop it.
Don't listen to them. Just listen to us. If they want to disagree, they can start their own podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let's have a look at the Weaver Courts. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 18th of September is another happy hour. So yeah, tune in for that because that will be like quite heavily. I think they'll be like quite heavily themed around Weavers as well with all the new rules. So yeah, let's have a look. So faction rules. Oh, cycled of seasons.
Mm-hmm. So this is the first time I'm also looking at this to see what's
I mean, we've seen the playtest document and we've given like feedback and stuff on that, but it's good to see like what's coming through. Yeah. So faction rules, the cycle of seasons. So depending on your warlord's seasonal court, the first round of the game counts as being the same season as your warlord. Yeah, okay. So you can choose between spring, summer, autumn, and winter, basically. And if two Weaver Court players face one another, then each player follows their own cycle of seasons. That makes sense.
You're ruining my immersion.
Yeah, it'd be quite cool if it would actually be quite funny if it was like they had to follow the same thing. Friendly regiments with the same seasonal court as the warlord add +1 to their march characteristic during the round that is the same season as them. So if you have a winter, so you have like a winter warlord and you have a bunch of regiments following winter, when winter comes around, you get a +1 to your march. So that's cool. It follows the same cycle, so spring, summer, autumn, winter, and then back to the beginning again. Depending on the season a round is currently at, certain rules, abilities, or regiments, particularly those whose seasonal court battlefield roles match the round's season, will benefit in unique and powerful ways. So basically, like if you got a bunch of spring stuff or focused around spring, as soon as the spring round comes, you can start having some real fun. And rampant growth. Oh yeah, seed markers. So all Weaver regiments, Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say for the season, so that's nice. I think that's really cool. Obviously, it's making a bit of a. Your different units are going to have different effects in different turns of the game. So I think, in terms of the theme of this army and who it's going to attract, that's probably a really nice design.
I think, and it's definitely different. I mean, all the factions have got their unique stuff, but this is definitely like quite different.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
Same.
I think I'd like to see some really cool methods of tracking which systems. I want someone to make a really elaborate tapestry of seasons. Would be nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like that. That sounds good.
Yes.
And then do you want to go through the spreading of seeds?
Yeah. Did you have to name it like that?
I didn't know. I don't know what you mean. That's what's
All right,
happening.
let's talk about seeding up Conquest.
Rampantly, apparently.
Rampant growth, rampant seed growth. All We the regiments and characters benefit from the rampant growth special rule. They're gonna have to change this.
No, it's staying.
When a regiment or character with this special rule performs a clash or volley action against an enemy regiment, as long as a single attack has hit, not regardless of dealing a wound or not, it applies a seed marker to the enemy regiment. A regiment can have up to 2 seed markers on it. Any additional are discarded. You can use a separate colour dice to keep track of your seed markers on the regiment. Make sure to have enough for your opponent. So you got to make sure you have enough seed for your opponent.
Please don't track. All right, I get even first. Please don't track the seeds that you're spreading with different coloured dice, because they will absolutely get picked up. Please just get some tokens.
Yes.
Just buy something you can put next to your opponent's models.
Get some little white tokens that you can just put next to your opponent. And
they have little tails.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
but yes, that's definitely don't use a dice. You will absolutely
use a tiny little use a little token. Once this, especially because you only need 2 of them per regiment, so just once the cycle of seasons has progressed, if an enemy regiment has 2 seed markers on it, the seed markers bloom and apply an effect unique to the current season. These are referred to as bloom effects. Bloom effects last until the end of the round. Remove all seed markers from the enemy regiment and apply an effect as seen below. So you've got Spring's Growth, which is when the regiment determines its charge distance, roll 2d6 and pick the lowest. Special rules that would allow re-rolling charge distances cause both d6s to be re-rolled. That can be pretty harsh on a charging army. Yeah, on an army you want to get charges.
Good.
That is very, very good. When a friendly regiment, Summer's Heat. When a friendly regiment performs a charge action against this enemy regiment, it rolls 2d6 and picks the highest when determining its charge distance. So pretty much the complete opposite.
Of less bonkers, but that's still really good.
You got your unit of like Crimson Tower or Thunder Risers, or not Thunder Risers even now, but like proper Crimson Tower and stuff like that. Autumn's Harvest. When a friendly regiment performs a charge action against this enemy regiment, it gains the Shock special rule until the end of the round. Again, really powerful. And Winter Frost. So friendly regiments currently in contact with this regiment gain the Dread special rule, so they can't inspire. They're all pretty good. I mean, it's probably Spring's Growth is particularly nasty.
Yeah, that'll be miserable that round.
Yeah.
I would probably change Winter Frost to just can't be inspired. That seems like a...
Yeah, pretty much.
That seems like a... what's the word I'm looking for? A pretty elongated way to get that effect.
Yeah, they can't inspire.
Convoluted, sorry, is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Convoluted effect.
Yes. So it's and then it said, okay, break it down for me. So every round the season changes, bringing new opportunities for synergies and combos. Some regiments belong to a specific seasonal court and gain benefits when their preferred season arrives. Other regiments are multi-seasonal in nature, counting as part of whatever seasonal court aligns with the current season. In this way, the focus of the faction isn't on a single court, but rather on a strong multi-court core supported by elite court-specific regiments. Yeah, I like that. It's a conglomeration of different seasons of different beings. Yeah. Regarding rampant growth, which we all need to be aware of, every time you inflict a hit, regardless of whether it deals damage, you apply a seed. So every time you hit with your growth, you apply you give something a seed. Yeah. In the next round, when a new season begins, all seeds are removed and then bloom, applying seasonal effects to the enemy regiment based on the current season. These effects last until the end of the round. In the following round, any newly applied seeds will bloom again. The good thing is you must always keep track of a single seasonal ability, as each seasonal bloom effect corresponds to the current season in your cycle of seasons. It's quite wordy. Of course, there
Yeah,
are plenty of sneaky ways to pull off some multi-seasonal combos, but we'll be seeing more of those in future previews.
and I think that's a
So
sensible way to deal with it. Like to
yeah, I
make
think
sure, like round 3, you're in spring, you only have to worry about spring, and then
yes,
you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I know they've said there might be other ways to do this. You don't have to worry about it. I'm assuming on like a mass scale, 4 rounds later.
yes, yeah,
That makes
absolutely,
sense to me.
absolutely, yeah. So yeah, that so there's not anything about regiments in there or anything, or characters, but that gives you like the a nice a nice little insight, a nice tease into kind of how Weavers is going to work generally. So they're using the seasons, cycle of the seasons, and these and anything they kind of hit or shoot, they're gonna there's gonna be some buffs or some bonuses all relating to what kind of season it's in. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I think it's going to
absolutely.
be
No, me
fun. I
too.
think it's going to make some interesting list building, definitely. But it's going to be really cool to see like what how all the different regiments and characters relate to those different seasons as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And remember as well that there is currently a living world about to start
Yes. Yes,
for
there is.
the Weavers.
Yes.
And yeah, you can't vote on the other one. We're in a lull. I hate these lulls where you can't vote on the living world. I want to get my Argon points. It's ridiculous. But yes, so
Yeah.
it's quite a good read actually. The prelude, the hunting, I like. So yeah, absolutely. Stavros and his team write some amazing lore,
Yes.
and yeah, you should absolutely go and have a.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Have we
Yeah.
covered
So
everything we wanted to talk about today?
I think we have. We kind of talked about like we've kind of reviewed the last season.
Mhm.
A little bit talked about what we didn't like, what we did like. Our kind of like top favorite moments, what we're looking forward to with this season. I think we kind of covered it. Yeah.
Cool.
I think there's one thing to say also is that so the kiosk itself is happening on the da, da, is for so arrival date is and then departure date is for following Thursday. So kiosk is happening kind of between the 6th and the 11th,
Mhm.
if that
Okay.
helps, of September. Yeah. So basically this weekend, or at the time of the recording, this weekend coming until the 11th. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I think I just wanted to like one last thing to basically say is a big shout out and good luck to our representative Brandon who's going over.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. England, let's hope, or I say England. I don't know if he is English. He could be Welsh or
It's
Scottish.
I think it's
Um,
Cornish.
it's
Well,
cool.
he lives down in
Well,
Cornwall, so
and
it might be Cornish maybe.
well, they would like to be their own country, and I fully support Cornwall's
Yeah.
right to independence.
Well, they are technically their own ethnicity in that sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are far enough away from me that I don't care. So feel free. Right, you know what? Sorry, this aside to
Yeah.
England geography. I didn't realise how much more England there was after Newcastle.
Oh yeah,
So
there's still quite a bit.
I went to Northumberland last week on
Yeah.
holiday, and I thought it wouldn't be that bad of a drive because Newcastle's about an hour and a half, and I was like, oh my god, there's like another hour and a half like north of that.
Yeah,
It's really far.
it's still a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, no, but I think that's basically everything that we've covered. Uh yeah, I actually wrote down a list and I've ticked off everything on that list. So yeah,
brilliant. I
yeah,
think the last thing to do, obviously, thank you everyone for listening to us over
yes,
the season.
thank
I
you
know
very
we've
much.
been a long time since we've recorded an episode. We've been talking about how we might be doing the show going forward, and I think what we're going to be looking at, kind of going into season 3, is maybe doing some more faction focuses on the different
Mm.
factions. Just an update on where they're up to now, how they're able to play, things like that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes for well, I think all of them since we did our original faction
Mm.
focuses, particularly with some of the like new updates that have been coming out. So yeah, doing a renewed faction focus. Maybe do some more like character comparisons as well.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I
Uh,
think
and yeah,
I'm going to put a poll up now on the YouTube, and I guess what I will ask is which faction would people like to see first?
yes,
I'm probably going to limit it to the ones that have recently had an update, who probably won't be updated again by the time we. That seems like the sensible way to do it.
yeah, yeah.
Opinions.
I think so. I think so. I'm trying to think like when we did our like last. I know we did a faction focus with the Wadroon where we had Leo on. It was talking about like the big rework it had.
Yeah,
But then there's been a lot of work on it since, but it's not really reflective. So we might
no.
need to just do that one again as well.
Yeah, let's chuck that in. We'll do them.
Yeah.
We'll do them all. Let's see how.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
We'll try and do them fast this time too. Let's see if we can again and do the next one.
Cool.
And let's post it out. It's gone live.
Nice, awesome.
Which faction would I like to see first? Do I get to vote? I don't think I can't vote.
I probably can.
You can probably vote.
I'll
change
vote
it
for you. Yeah, I'll vote for you.
I'm going to vote for the 100 Kingdoms because I really like them.
Cool. Yes.
Okay, so yeah,
Awesome.
put in your votes on that. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Listening to the podcast, and yeah, just being involved. Please, if you've got any questions, put them down below. We'll do our best to answer. And again, yeah, if you are interested in buying anything from the Parabellum web store, please consider using our affiliate code, which is JRO, and that would get you 10% off at the Parabellum web store.
Yes.
If anyone else would like to sponsor us, we're pretty open to shill.
Please get in touch.
Yeah, we will shamelessly plug whatever product it is. If you pay us, it could be crypto. If you want to sell NFTs, socks, we're open to it. It's t-shirts. We'll wear t-shirts for you. Is it?
Yeah, we've already got our t-shirts organised for UKG for LGT. Yeah.
I do have to say, I'm going to I'll give props to Naya. Obviously, the more professional podcast, James. I went to a tournament. Obviously, we didn't play because he was dodging me again. But yeah, he turned up with a Joshing Around Danae branded T-shirt.
Ooh.
And a caddy there. He had a friend with him to help move stuff around. Who had a demo game. Lovely guy, really nice. But so all I'm saying is, I think we need to maybe not for LGT because I forgot it was. But for some tournament days, we need to sort out Just Roll One apparel.
Yes.
Jerseys. We need to sort this out, and then we can have cool.
I was gonna try and get the Ashes sorted as well, wasn't I? I might still
yeah,
try
we
and do
can.
That. Might see if I can still try and do that.
That would be good.
Yeah,
we can turn up. We could turn up day one of a tournament with our Just Roll Ones t-shirts on and look really. We can glue all of our fish gnomes to the top of our transport cases.
Oh yes.
That's not obnoxious at all.
No, not at all.
Well,
I might just bring last year's trophy just for shits.
Yeah, what we could do, James, if we could put them down next to Joshing Around in here when we play them.
Oh,
yes. Between us, how many do I have? Do I have two or two? I think I have two fish gnomes. And you have three fish gnomes?
Well, fish gnomes, you actually have more than me.
Do I really?
Yeah. Because the fish gnomes, I've got like a few trophies and stuff, but actual fish gnomes, you've got more than me. Yeah. Because last year, the trophy was the big, like the fish gnomes were given to the best painters.
Right. And as we've said, Yanis, if you're listening to this, absolutely, the top three podium positions need to get the fish gnomes.
The fish gnomes. Yeah.
Stop with this nonsense, right? Ridiculous. Yeah. Like fish gnomes. And that's it. Yeah. So I'm going to go and prepare to win best painted.
Sounds good. I'm going to go and actually put something together because the tournament's in less than a month.
Oh God, I haven't even. My stuff's not even all here yet.
Oh no, don't. I know. But yeah, cool. Thank you for listening and watching as well if you're viewing it on YouTube. And yeah, what we will do for season 3 as well is figure out a good way of ending these.
We need to. Did you ever listen to Chain Attack on No, you didn't play War Machine, did you?
No.
They used to do this really lame thing. But it's not a criticism. It's a great podcast. But then they'd say, you've been listening to. So was it like, thank you for listening to another episode of, and then they'd all say chain attack together. So maybe we should do that. Like, we'll say, thank you. We'll try that. You go.
Right. Okay. Right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for listening to Just Roll Ones.
Rolling dice on the battlefield, armies clash, no time to yield. Knights and monsters, banners fly, we march to war, do or die. Hold the line, don't break the ranks. In this fight, there's no room for thanks. Conquest calls, the game begins. Only one side ever wins. Just roll ones, we're living on the edge. In the heat of battle, standing on the ledge. Just roll ones, it's fate or it's skill. We don't lose, we fight with iron will. Heroes rise and heroes fall. We answer Conquest's mighty call. Each move counts, each step we take. Fortune's won, no mistakes we make. Axes swing, arrows fly. The last argument is do or die. On this field we make our stand. Conquer kingdoms, take the land. Just roll ones, we're living on the edge. In the heat of battle, standing on the ledge. Just roll ones, it's fate or it's skill. We don't lose, we fight with iron will. No retreat, no surrender. We're in this till the end. Rolling dice for glory, where fate and skill blend. Just roll ones, let's take the throne. Our destiny unknown.